The next error that you need to avoid is incorrect revaluation. I spoke about revaluation in the earlier point because this is very important. As part of IAS 16, assets are going to be revalued. And sometimes many people screw this up when it comes to comparing the carrying amount with the revalued amount. And then we are going to have a revaluation surplus, a revaluation gain. Now, how do you account for these revaluation surplus or revaluation gains? Sometimes people have problems with this. If you're a good student from the IAS 16 class, you will know that when it comes to revaluation of assets, the first time revaluation, if we get a loss, then it goes directly into the P&L account. First time revaluation, if we get a gain, we take it to the other comprehensive income, and then we'll have revaluation surplus as well on the face of the statement of financial position. However, if on subsequent measurement we do the revaluation and it is a gain, but in the previous year there was a loss in respect of that same asset, then part of the gain will be recognized in the P&L account equivalent to the loss recognized in the previous year. The excess amount is what will be taken to OCI and revaluation surplus. Alternatively, if subsequent measurement we revalue and it is a loss, but in the previous year there was a revaluation gain, then the loss will be recognized in the other comprehensive income equivalent to the revaluation surplus previously recognized. The excess amount is what will be taken to the P&L account. So these are the things you must understand when it comes to revaluation of assets. Certainly there is a deferred tax implication that you need to know about in accordance with IAS 12, but that is what you need to pay attention to when it comes to revaluation of assets. Then the next error that you need to avoid is handling of subsequent cost. Sometimes in the question, the examiner is going to be telling us that, okay, on this date, the entity did an upgrade. The entity did this. Now, subsequent capital cost incurred by the entity will be added to the carrying amount of the asset at the date that the entity incurred the cost. So pretty simple. So if we have been depreciating an asset for 2 years, and then at the beginning of the third year, the entity incurred an upgrade cost of whatever, $2 million, that upgrade cost is going to be added to the carrying amount of the asset at the beginning of the year. Then we will get the restated carrying amount at that date, and that is going to be depreciated over the remaining economic useful life of the asset. So that is another mistake that you have to make sure you avoid, handling of subsequent